which was obviously, look, a good game, good draw, but a lot of you had a lot of stuff to say around. So let's get into the comments. First comment is from Phil Extra. Big up to you, Phil. He said, just voted for you in the Football Content Awards. Come on, Phil. Big up to you.
Come on.
Thank you so much for your support. By the way, if you want to vote in the Football Content Awards, we are up for Best Football Content Creator for Club Content Creator in the Premier League. Just Google Football Content Awards, scroll down to Club Creator Premier League and vote We Are Tottenham TV. It's on screen right now. And then just scroll down and vote now. Tick the box, vote now, and there you have it. Easy as that.
Come on, guys.
Doesn't even take 5 seconds.
Get your votes in.
Get your votes in.
Cast those votes,
We'd really
people.
appreciate any votes for us. We appreciate all your support. Big up to everyone. It only takes a second to do. Big up to Phil Extra, who got his vote in. So yeah, we are up for Best Club Content Creator in the Premier League. So thank you. Very honoured to be nominated by the Club Content Creator Awards. And go vote. The link is in the chat at the moment. All right, so the first comment, second comment I should say, is from Benyson 2025. He says, try Johnson in the 9. He is a finisher, and especially without Mawani, wing play is awful in a low block, but he is Son-like with his pace and scoring. Stop the hate, we aren't using him right. What do you reckon? Johnson as a striker, do you reckon that would maybe solve some of the problems we have with him?
I think it actually would, Sim. And I think his best position is kind of like a second striker position, you know, just in behind there. As a winger, he finds it tough to get into the games if you're not playing a certain style of football. So I think he can be utilised in a striking position. The question is, how many chances will he get up there? You know, we've got Richie, we've got Solanke. It's going to be a tricky season for Johnson. I think this season, just trying to get the amount of minutes that he got last season, because you've got so many players there that are kind of sneaking in ahead of him. And you know, Kudus, he can't be dropped on the right at the moment the way he's playing, and Johnson's kind of been fitted in on that left-hand side, but he doesn't really look so comfortable there.
I mean, but he's scored 2 goals from there.
He has. That's
what
true.
He does. He just scores.
He just scores goals. So yeah, I think he could be utilised a little bit as a second striker as well.
I think when we played against PSG, we played at 2 up top, 5-3-2. I think 2 strikers, he can be one of those. Yeah. For me, it just depends. Like, if we're playing against, like, let's say we're playing Wolves next week, I don't know how effective he's going to be in a game like that, like low block, back to goal. But if we're playing in a very transitional game, like we're going, away to Man City or something, like maybe in that kind of game, you know, when there's space to run into and you can get those early through balls into him, I think all of a sudden he could be a massive threat in that position. Like a bit like, kind of reminds me of like when like Theo Walcott used to play out front for Arsenal, like that kind of thing. Not that I like that comparison too much.
No.
Cindy Aguimang says, you always give less credit to Kudus. That has 33 likes and 17 replies. Do I? I mean, I think Kudus has done really well since coming to Tottenham. I think when it comes to Kudus, I guess maybe sometimes I get frustrated with him because he will beat his man and then doesn't always do. He's not very. Sometimes can be not as effective. But the thing is, what he will do is, because he beats his man so often, like he'll beat his man, let's say 10 times a game, and then 3 times he'll create a chance from it, and then 7 times he'll waste it. But 3 times creating a chance is still a lot for a winger. You know what I mean? But because he's wasting 7, it's you do get a bit frustrated with the fact that he can be quite wasteful. But because it's the law of averages, he's worth having on the pitch because he's going to beat the man 10 times and he's basically guaranteed to create something for you. But he's also pretty much, at the moment, like guaranteed to also be a bit wasteful because he's so relentless with how he dribbles and attacks his fullback. Because he does it so often, he will create opportunities, but he also will be wasteful. So sometimes I get a bit frustrated. But I think he's a great player, and I actually think the longer Frank gets with him, because Frank, his whole thing is being effective. That is his whole kind of football philosophy, is how can you be more effective? How can we get you to, instead of dribbling 10 times and losing it 7, dribble it 6 times and create 4 chances out of it. You know what I mean? He'll get that into Kudus. He will. And once Kudus has more time with Frank, I'm sure that Frank will get the best out of him.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it, Sim. And, we can all see the talent that Kudus has to offer. In terms of physically, he's fantastic. He's a powerhouse. He can breeze past players, can hold players off. He's as strong as an ox. He's really powerful. It's just in those certain situations where he has got a cut back on, sometimes he does fluff the pass, but we saw it be really effective against Brighton.
Yeah.
There was one cutback there to Xavi Simons that 5 times out of 5 he should be scoring that, to be honest. It was on a plate for him. So I'm expecting to see a lot more output from Kudus in terms of goals and assists as the season goes on.
He's already got 3 assists.
He's already got 3 assists, no goals yet, but he'll start to get in those difficult position, those tricky areas, and he will start to convert. I'm sure of it. And I think he's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
He really has all the qualities there to really make a top Premier League player. And under Frank, let's see the coaching in action.
He's one of those players that doesn't come around too often, and we're lucky to have got him in the door for the amount that we did, because when he shows his best, he's almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's almost unstoppable when he's
full flow.
Yeah. So strong. He's quick. He can, and the way he holds the ball as well. He's a bit like a get out jail free card when we just need to get our pressure. Just loop the ball to Kudus and he can make it stick. It's brilliant. Ayad Hussein says, yes, Xavi struggled a little physically, but that creativity, that extra piece of vision did a lot for us. Particularly today, the pass to Kudus for the goal, through ball to Richarlison, which was cut by Bergwijn, and his run into the penalty area. Yeah, and I think that's absolutely right. I think Xavi, brilliant cameo from him against Brighton. And I don't know, do you think he struggled physically? Or do you think... I thought he was all right.
Yeah, I thought he did pretty well. I think physically... He's not like a Kudus or someone like that who's built like a tank. He's a bit more lightweight, but I think he can hold himself. He holds himself quite well. His real ability is to glide with the ball. He glides past players. He makes it look so easy. The little pivot that he does when he's cutting inside, stuff like that, is absolutely phenomenal. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Xavi Simons so far, and I think that I just want to see him in that 10 week in, week out. I don't particularly want to see him out on the wing too much anymore, because I just think he's so much better. I feel
like we haven't even seen a quarter of what he can do yet. You know what I mean? I think he's got so much to offer.
Oh yeah.
Psycho Kaki says Kudus 8, 10. He is the reason why we drew the game. What the F? He was absolutely insane. The guy is right with 9. I think that was you. And I say 10 because of the second goal. Yeah, I'm exaggerating right now. Causing problems all the time. He is insane, so 9 it is. So he's calling out me for giving him an 8, and you gave him a 9. He agreed with you more. You gave him a 9. Look, Kudus had a great second half. He did.
Brilliant.
He was non-stop down the wide area. I just feel if he could just pick the right option every time, he would be the best player in the world. You know what I mean? Because he picks the wrong option so often, he just is a couple of tiers below that.
I hear that, Sim, but the thing is, I think that is something that can be coached. Getting through to a player and getting him to understand exactly what the coach is looking for. He can coach that. In the scenario, Kudus now, you've beaten your man, you've got 3 options in the box. 1, 2, 3. Where do you go? Okay, this one's been marked, that one's been marked. Simons is the one that's free. Ball goes to Simons. The more you coach, the more you practice that, the more you drill that, the better Kudus is going to get. So I think you're going to see great improvements over as the season goes, as these players get to know each other a little bit better, as the runs. Do you remember when Kane and Sonny were almost telepathic? Sorry, they were. Kane was already running. Sonny had the dink. Sonny made the run. Kane dink. And I think you're going to start to see that with players like Kudus, Xavi, Richie, all of
Imagine
them
when
linking
Xavi
up.
and Kudus start to link up, man. It's going to be unstoppable.
It's going to be unstoppable. And then, you know, you've got these wonderful wing backs as well. You know, you've got Porro overlapping, Udogie on that side, Spence when we need him. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see, really. And all the credit to Kudus, because it's a big move to come from West Ham to Spurs. It's a big step up, and he's just loved every moment of it. And he will go from strength to strength. He's the best thing we've seen down that right hand side since Aaron Lennon, I would say, and he's got the potential to be way better than Aaron Lennon.
Danny Foster 6848 calling you out, Amir. He says the second he said just get rid of offside, that should be the end of him sharing his opinions online.
Well, yeah, you're going to create some heat with, you know, with certain things.
It's a radical proposal.
It is a radical proposal, but here's the thing, yeah. I've seen 20 years, 30 years of people arguing over offside decisions. I'm just fed up of it. And I do think there are steps that, you know, that football can take. Maybe that is one that is a bit too drastic for some like yourself, my friend, you know, but I do think that there will be rule changes over the next 20, 30 years that will shake up football. Look, guys, did we always get 3 points for wins? No, no. It used to be 2 points.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's plenty of things that are there to be.
Keepers used to be able to pick the ball up.
Exactly. Oh, people go crazy. Oh, what do you mean you can't do that anymore? So look, I do think that obviously it's a huge change. Maybe football's not quite ready for it yet, but for me, I'm a purist about the sport. I don't like arguing over decision. All the stuff that the kind of media like to do, I don't like about the game. I don't like it. I want to see spectacular goals like Gravenberch's, like Richie's overhead kick, good football, passing. The Bergvall goal against West Ham. For me, that is what football is about. A beautiful 60-yard ball and a cushioned little header over the keeper.
Not trying to rule it out through a shoulder.
Yeah,
offside.
I don't. Yeah, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. And you know, the thing with the offside is, you know, you go look at Bruno's the other day. That looked offside. If you're looking at it, it looked offside. It was given onside. I don't even know what is or isn't onside or offside anymore. I couldn't tell you. And then the way they draw the lines, the thickness of the lines. I don't want to be arguing over graphics, over pixels on a screen. That's
I know
not
what you mean. It's
that's not what football's about. And look, another thing about the modern era of football, we've learned to live with VAR. But it does ruin the spectacle in the stadium. Against West Ham, when Romero scored, we were all delighted. You know, we're 1-0 up against West Ham, fantastic. And then 2 seconds later, it gets cancelled out for something that...
And every goal now, like, you have that initial celebration, but you always have to...
You're hesitant.
You have to double check.
Oh, what happened? What did this happen?
What are they checking for? Why are they checking? Oh, it's even... And then when they reconfirm the goal, it's like, okay, great. Like,
I'll tell you what... I've got a proposal for the guy who doesn't want the offside. Come up with an offside ruling that everyone will be happy with then. I'm willing to accept that. If you can come up with a ruling that will please everybody, please the players, please the fans, then come up with that and maybe I'll have a look at it.
My only contention is where they're drawing it on the arm. Because I don't understand, like, it's where are you supposed to be drawing it on this arm? They say it's where the elbow stops, where the armpit stops. Where is that? Is that here? Is that here? Is that here? It could be anywhere there, anywhere. And millimetres make a big difference.
They do. So you're saying from the foot, it should be from the tippy toes?
Just do it from the
tippy toes.
Because you know where that is.
From your
There's
front toe.
Yeah.
But then what if your foot's a bit wonky and your heel's the part that's first or something? I don't know. There's things that could...
I think it makes the most sense to do it from the feet. If you're clever
from
enough,
the furthest point forward on your foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do it from there.
Maybe.
I think that's the easiest way. I mean, taking away offsides would create a game where you wouldn't get teams holding a high line because it would be stupid to play a high line.
Yeah.
You can't play a high line.
No.
I mean, everyone would be on their goal line.
Would they though? It will create different tactics. It will change the game.
It will change the game.
One thing that I don't like about the modern game is that it's too systemy. You know, the players move the ball around horseshoe. That will change all of that. People will be lobbing the ball up 60, 70 yards. And
what you'd have is you'd have...
Playing off big strong players.
You'd have one striker basically just on the goalkeeper the whole game. and the one team just lumping the ball towards it. In fact, the whole team would just be on the goal, just lumping it. I mean, it could be fun.
Could be interesting.
Could be a bit like rugby.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
Oh, you know, I wouldn't mind one game of it just to see.
Let me just see. Let's see what's about.
One game.
I don't know.
And all it'd be is just get basically 11 Peter Crouches, lump the ball right into the...
little knockdown. What was it? Little and large. You know, when we had Crouch and Defoe, it'll be like that. You know, you have one nippy striker.
But you have a goal hanger who's just there.
Yeah,
constantly.
a crouchy type.
Just goal hanging. But I just think defend. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what the I mean, they brought in offside for a reason, didn't they? Because
because of goal hanging. Yeah,
and also it makes the game just a bit more smarter. Because if there's no offside, you kind of just lump the ball forward and just get it into the penalty box as quickly as possible, kind of thing. But now you have to be a bit cuter and a bit smarter with your movement because of offside. It brings a bit more kind of like intelligence.
Yeah. But I don't know, football, the way it's going with the horseshoe and the back and forth, it doesn't look too intelligent to me. It just looks like players who are scared to do something magnificent on the ball and instead just shift the ball sideways, which, okay, sometimes you have to go sideways, I get it, but, you know, watching England play under Gareth Southgate for me for the last 8 years was just, yeah, that's not football for me. I'm sorry.
All right, let us know in the comment section below if we should get rid of offsides. Big Carso says, no one mentioning how much better Vicario is with his feet this year. Against Brighton, he was cleverly feinting to give himself room, and his distribution was excellent. Yeah, so a lot of people, crucifying Vicario, but he's saying Vicario's made improvements this year in his kicking.
I think his kicking has made improvements, but we've seen him make some big mistakes, which is that.
Well, that was the only real one, wasn't it? Can't really. I mean, unless you're. I'm trying to think. None of the PSG ones. No, Bournemouth. I don't think you can really blame him.
The first goal as well, I would say, was a little bit of an error. The way he went down so early against Minter. We're being a bit extra critical here on Vicario, but it's just because we know the levels that he can really, show and bring. He's a fantastic shot stopper. He kept us in the game against Bournemouth. But look, you're always going to highlight when a keeper makes a howler. It's always kind of emphasised 10 times more than it would be if it was, you look at actually Bergvall who lost the ball for that goal. That was a huge mistake, but you're looking more at the keeper than at Bergvall. But yeah, he needs to do a lot better from that situation. And I do think he's gotten a little bit better with his feet. For me, again, I'm a bit more old school when it comes to my keeper. I don't particularly care what they do with their feet too much. If they can make outstanding saves and not make howlers and be consistent, that's what I'm looking for from my keepers. The one-on-ones, the big chances. Is he gonna make the save? And 9 times out of 10, he's been there for us over the last couple of years. So I'm a big fan of Big Vic. I'm sure he won't let this affect him, and he'll continue putting in fantastic performances.
And Ayad Hussein 1304 says, the most reactive fan base in the world has done it again. Before the game. He had the highest save percentage in the league, and one mistake, which I believe was more Bergvall's fault. He's getting crucified. Look, it was a mistake. I'm not crucifying him. I don't think he should be dropped or anything like that. I think,
of course not.
He's our number one.
Of course not.
I think he's actually had a really good season before that moment. But it was a howler, in my opinion. People saying it's more Bergvall's fault than Vicario, I don't know. Look, it was a bad clearance from Bergvall, but for me, if you're an outfield player in that position, right, unless you've gifted, I know it's an error led directly to a shot, but what's he really gifted him? He's gifted him a free shot from 30 yards from a tight angle, right? That's not a chance, is it?
It's not a chance.
It's not a chance.
It's the area in where you're giving the ball away, though. That's the thing for me.
Saying.
Yeah, that look, Bergvall has to do a lot better.
I'm not saying it wasn't a mistake that he missed his clearance, but I'm just saying it's not like he gifted him a one-on-one.
No,
you know what I mean, he gifted him a shot from 30 yards from a tight angle.
That Vicario should be saving. He should be saving.
So for me, the error is more on Vicario than Bergvall, because that can happen during a game.
I hear that.
I'll
accept that.
Yeah, because if Bergvall gifted him a one-on-one and then Vicario led it through him, that's different. But it wasn't. He didn't give him a chance. He gave him an impossible shot. It's a bit like saying someone giving the ball on the halfway line and then the player lobs the keeper from the halfway line. That's the player's fault for giving it away on the halfway. And it's like, well, the keeper shouldn't be getting beaten from there. You know what I mean? So I don't like. That's just my opinion. Like I think Bergvall is obviously partly to blame for giving the ball away, but Vicario should not be. He
should be saving that.
He's going to be facing those kind of shots for the game
all the time,
and he should never ever be allowed that to happen. But it happens. He made a mistake. I'm sure he'll get over it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't let it affect him. He's got good mentality. But yeah, look, those are the comments that you put in over the weekend. Big up to everyone who put the comments in the comment section. And also, please do go vote to us for the Football Content Awards as well, if you can.
Is that the link to the vote in the description? Perfect.
Link is in the chat. I'll pin it as well.
Come on, guys. Get your votes in, guys. Get Ben and Sim voted for these.
Come on, Spurs won a trophy this season. Let's get us
Come on, let's get Sim and
bring all
Ben
the trophies to end
Come on, guys.
this season.
Bring them home.
Let's get another trophy for Tottenham. Best club content creator in the Premier League.
Come on, guys. You know who it is already.
And lastly, we're going to be looking